Hey, babe, he's in her joy. Pump it up, and right. Oh, hey, y'all. How's it doing? It's your girls, it's your queens. We here, we lit. It's Wednesday. We getting through the week. We wanted to pop on and say, hey, it's Wednesday. What's going on? Okay, we see in Louisiana and Texas in the South, it's a little cold. It's a little chilly.
Yeah. What?
They
It's
got the
still like that.
snows. They got the snow. It's sprinkling.
Man, I look, I'm still in my onesie. It's cold. We're not going anywhere. We're stuck in the house again. If you're not quarantined from the Rona,
The Ronas.
it's the ice. Really?
Is a lot going on. So, yeah, we got this pandemic and now we got this weather, and that's just Mother Nature. Stop playing with her. Global warming is clearly a real thing. They said it was going to switch up on us, y'all, and it has. It has switched up on us. But please, everybody in the states where you're not used to these snowflakes on the ground,
Be
be
careful.
careful.
Be careful.
Be careful. Stay inside if you're not used to driving in the snow. And because people like us, it looks like nothing. Like people in New Hampshire are like, that's nothing. Like that's a paper thin sheet of snow. What are y'all talking about? But I get it. When you're not prepared, I saw the news, people going off roads, trucks were driving crazy. So we just want everyone to be safe. You know, we don't want nobody to be getting hurt out there. So please, 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 we keep y'all in our prayers. Stay warm, stay inside, and definitely let's keep those that people that have to sleep outside, because oftentimes they go to those warm states to be warm and they don't have what they need for
Yes.
real,
For
to
real, for
prepare
real.
themselves for.
Yes.
And let's not remember, it's not only grown adults out there living in the streets, it's also families and babies out there. So let's just keep that in mind. Hope
Please.
that, they get their 70 degrees by tomorrow, because we know how quick the weather can change. But we just want to keep those people in our thoughts, prayers, and just keep them lifted up to whatever Jesus or God or higher power you give your praise and honor to. Because like we tell
Yes.
you, we can tell you which God to praise. We're not
We
here to do all
cannot.
that.
We cannot.
And I don't want everyone praying for me, because I don't know who you're praying for. But if you
I
putting
don't
out
know.
that good energy, if you love your girl and you
Yeah.
just want good things to keep happening, I'll
Yeah.
take that. But whoever you praying, that's between you and your holy higher powers. We want to give honor and say happy birthday. Shout out to our
Happy
king.
birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday, Huey.
Birthday
Huey,
to
Huey,
you.
it's your birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Huey. P. Newton, my sweet.
Yes.
Oh,
Happy
yes,
birthday.
Huey. Yes, the reason why we say all power to the people. Yes, Huey P. Newton.
That's our
Today
boy.
is,
That's our dog. That's our king. Today is his
yeah,
birthday. I need
today's
y'all
his
to.
birthday. And if you don't know, let me tell you a little bit about our King Huey. You do know he's from Louisiana, right? You do know
That
that.
part, that
You do know
part,
that, right?
that
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
part,
yeah.
that part. Born
Grew
in
up right
Louisiana.
here in Monroe, Louisiana, where the Queen is residing right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That part.
That part. So,
There should be a whole parade happening right now for our king's birthday, but it's
girl,
snowing. I get it. It's snowing
it's
next
snowing.
year.
It's
Next
snowing.
year, we're gonna have to make that happen next
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. We're still out here recruiting, though. We're still out here recruiting for the Black Panther Party, changing the narrative, because the FBI put a bad taste in people's mouth when it came to the Black Panther Party, comparing them to the KKK. Now, you know better than that. When did you ever see the KKK feeding neighborhoods and taking people to the hospital, owning their own ambulance? When have you ever seen the KKK going door to door, taking gifts and making sure that their people are secure? I've never seen it. I'm in the South. I don't know about what they do up in the North. I don't know, but
And we ain't seen it here either. That's
I
why we
haven't
still
seen
have
it
these
here. So
same racial problems. So
don't
big up
put
to our
that.
boy.
And
who's
Black
sitting here trying to break, like we trying to break the narrative. He was trying to break
Panther.
the narrative. If you don't
Yeah,
know, there's books out there to read.
yeah,
Revolutionary Suicide. If you don't
yeah.
know, now you know. Go
Now
pick that
you
one
know.
up. You don't even have to pick it up. You can download it on your phone and read that one right there
Simple,
about your boy. You
simple.
can read that one right there. That will break it down to let you know how he became who he was. So
Yes.
2 minutes a day. I've been reading it. I actually am rereading it now because I want to get some facts checked about, economics and capitalism and the difference between
What?
the two, and where our boys was at. But it's funny because as I'm reading and I'm thinking like these were young men when they started this movement.
Yes, they
And
were.
during the time in the 60s, there was actually quite a few black movements happening as far as
Yes,
the groups, because in
yes,
the books it talks about like the different organizations that they were
yes,
actually trying to bring on board
yes,
to the Black Panthers. But of course, just like today, people were hesitant. They were like, because they didn't understand the whole
yes,
self-defense by bearing arms. And that's really
yes.
all it was. Like, if the police gonna be out here with guns, we're gonna be out here with guns too, policing
We're
the
going
police.
we're going to know the law to defend us, because if we don't know the law when they come to us, then they can take what we have because we don't know the law to defend ourselves. You know,
Exactly. But it makes me wonder, right? So we got Huey, he died young. We got, Fred Hampton, he died very young. And even
very
like
young.
Malcolm Martin, they all died young men. So I just wonder
50.
if they were able to live as older men, where
Wow.
what their mentality was, because we all know how we were at 21, right? We were
Yes,
usually at 21 at these young ages. We are very ambitious. We don't care. We're ready to take the bullet,
yes,
and even though they had kids at this age, I feel like still at 21, before you hit 30, you're still kind of in that
you
live
are.
every day like your last, right? So I wonder how they would be as now men, as far as
Oh,
if they were 40 or 50. Clearly, if they were still alive, the whole movement, the whole, civil rights itself, systemic racism would also be in a different place. But I wonder how their approach to certain things would be as older men, because like they say, when you're children you play with childish things, and when you
yes,
as a man you put those things away. So I just
yes,
wonder, would they still, not saying like I still think it would be bare arms, but what would their approaches still be, especially as somebody like Huey, somebody like Malcolm? Because Huey, if you really read his book in the beginning of his years, like, and the reason why I think people confuse, like, he wasn't for capitalism or all that, because he didn't care. He wasn't about paying. Like, he admits that the women took care of me. Women pay my bills. He's like, until I started seeing women as more, like, I didn't want to treat women like this. And
yes,
there was times he didn't shower. Like, so his comfortability is different from everybody. He still understood things had to get paid.
yes,
The system itself still needed to function. He still wanted, like, in the the second part, it is about making sure people have jobs, making sure
yes,
all our people have jobs, making sure
yes.
that all of our people have this health care, making sure all of our people have this education. That all has to do with economics. Like,
It
you can't
does.
take that away from any part of
No.
your thing. What they were trying to diminish or get away from, because
Yes,
unfortunately, most capitalism falls under, oppression of a people, right? So
yes,
when you think of
yes,
capitalism, that goes back into the economy, right? Because we're all trying to, like, we all want to do a service. Like, even me, I'm in the midst of, I want to do everything I can for free, blah 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 blah. But at the same time, I can't do that all,
you
right? I
can't.
want to do it for the lowest price possible.
Yes,
Yeah, great. If I could do it all, I probably could do it for the lowest price possible. But because I want but because more people need help, I need to hire more people. And a
yes,
lot of times we look at organizations, and we're just something very small, just starting. But we look, because I heard this argument too on Clubhouse the other day of the NAACP and all these organizations, where does the money go to? Well, you got to understand, as things start to get bigger, money has to go to office space, has to go to insurance, has to go to employees, has to go. So sometimes the money's getting eaten up just trying to, for the foundation of the program, before the program itself is being worked in the community.
yes,
And I think that's where the whole hardship kind of falls back on the people who are really trying to make things happen. Because at one point you want to serve, 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 but then we all get sucked back into this capitalism where you don't want to oppress any one person. I'm not going to say that. Well, we don't want to do
We
that.
don't want
Most people do. They don't care that somebody is going to be oppressed at the end of the day. They
right.
don't care that, oh, well, I have to pay this person not their worth in order so I can get my worth and everybody in my company can get their worth. Like, that's why I'm going to go to China and make sure I pay this cent or that cent, or you
Right.
always try, you know what I'm saying? So
That
it's
part.
all in how you look at it, how you function it. But to think that these people didn't understand how, like, economics, they just wanted to make sure that that wealth went back into our own economy, that we weren't sitting here giving all these corporate, because back then it was still corporate people in corporate
Yes.
America that
Yes.
wasn't doing nothing for our people. Even in his own cases, when he talks about, he's defending himself. And I love the part when he was like, the school accused him of stealing his textbooks. So he actually went to court 3 or 4 times to prove
Yes.
that he did not
He
steal
did
these
not steal his
textbooks.
textbooks.
And the dean, because they didn't arrest him right there because he knew his rights. And the dean in the court, during court, was like, and they were like, well, why didn't you arrest him right there? And the dean said, well, I didn't know my rights. And Huey, like, so how the hell am I paying a tuition for y'all to teach me about my rights? But you telling me you don't know your rights? And that's a
You
lot of the
don't
stuff
know
that
your
we
right. You don't
get
even know.
sucked into. We paying people that don't even know, you know what I'm saying?
Know their rights. And a lot of times, even police officers
A lot
don't
of times police officers
do not know the rights. They do not know. And so a lot of times, even with educating ourselves, it's like even getting stopped for a regular ticket. You know what I'm saying? When you get stopped for speeding and the officer comes to the door and he asks you, well, do you know why I pulled you off? No. How I know why you did what you did?
You
No, I
don't
don't
even have to answer anything. Yeah, you don't have to answer
know.
anything really. So, but that's just
And
a whole other thing. No, you're
exactly,
right. No,
exactly.
you're
Like,
right.
forward
Because
for
Huey beat a lot of his cases, even, and he breaks it down why he was robbing, but armed robbery or burglary, something, he broke it down how, like, if you don't have a weapon and all that and they didn't feel threatened, baby, that term is out there. But these are not the things we're trying to teach people here. But I'm
no,
just saying,
no. See,
understand
and then
your
we
rights
also have
in the
to
law.
remember. We also even have to remember that even with the law was actually not made for us.
That part as
It was
well.
not. It was made actually to go against us. So it's like for us as Black people to actually work within the means of the law, you actually have to go opposite of the law and then come back around, because it wasn't meant for us. So it's like a double jeopardy, catch
Yeah,
20.
and whose law are we under? Are we under the governor of the United States or the governor of still what is considered the British law in the UN? But that's a
And
whole
in
nother
Louisiana, we
story
got everybody.
in
We got the
history.
French, the United States, and we're just everywhere.
Yeah. And who
And
we
it,
are actually too. But
whew,
y'all know we be coming with the business. But it's Huey's birthday. It's
it was
Huey's birthday. So celebrate. We're celebrating. Somehow it always comes back to the Panthers. Get the horn. Get the horn. But read his book if you really want to know about it. Of course, we've been talking about. I see you. I see you. Of course, we've been talking about Judas and the Black Messiah. That's also about the Black Panthers, not about our king here, Huey, but that's about our King Fred
yes,
Hampton Sr. So we
yes,
definitely want to make sure that we're promoting. There's been a lot
yes.
of great Black films coming out.
Mm,
Speaking of Black films that you can support, I want to dive into this real quick. On my page, you will see that you can tap in, donate to Tell Me, which is a film that one of my friends is producing and working on. Anyway, help them out. They're raising money for that. If you feel it in your heart, especially, and it's not just Black money, all types of money, my allies, my peoples, anybody who can, every dollar helps. Check
it
them out.
helps.
At least check out the trailer. And like we say, it's not always about the financial help. You can also just like, share, and follow. You can share their teaser
Yes.
or whatever. Like sometimes it's not always about helping financially, but you can like with the like, share, or follow. The other documentary, and I'm going to share it again with you guys. I'm going to share my screen. Is The Chairman. And
Yes.
again, We are repping our
Yeah.
brothers.
Yes. This brother was still in his mom's womb when his dad was murdered by the Chicago police. So, mm, it's very interesting. His dad, even though he was very young, now, it's almost like a continuation from Judas and the Black Messiah. It's a continuation, the chairman.
Yeah.
So, you ready?
Yeah, here you guys go. So this is another movie that you'll be able to support. We are looking for a line producer right now. So again, if you are somebody that knows somebody or you are that somebody, please DM me. Here's a short teaser just to let you know where the documentary is going.
Yes.
We always say the Black Panther Party that they can do anything they want to us. We might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you remember I said, with the last words on my lips, I am a revolutionary. And you're going to have to keep on saying that.
When people talk about life after death, sometimes they describe a light at the end of a tunnel, or for them it was like a ghost floating out of a body. For them it sounded like a chorus of angels or the sound of the ocean. I've tasted life after death, birth after death. For me, it sounded like bullets barking out of gun barrels. It sounded like cops. It tasted like copper. It sounded like a gargled goodbye from my father to my mother. Federal issued service shrapnel shaking my father's body awake and then putting him to rest. My mother didn't let them see her tears. But when we were alone, she cried for two, so I could cry too. I could feel her heart remembering his heart. I could feel her body remembering his body. Feeling the mattress gyrating, bullets passing through cotton and springs, and after passing through bone and flesh, until the bed they laid in was lead laden in his murder and her mourning. And this great love and great loss. And 2 weeks later, I was born. So yes, I believe in life after death. I was birthed after death.
Still half asleep. I looked up. Pigs to shoot. Mattresses is on. You could feel bullets flying into it. Person was in the room. He kept hollering out, "Stop shooting, stop shooting." We have a pregnant woman, a pregnant sister in here. At the time, I was 8.5 to 9 months pregnant. My baby was delivered in 2 weeks. They stopped shooting. Pig said, "He's good and dead now."
You can tell a revolutionary, but you can't tell a revolution.
Black Panther Party. When you say yourself again, Chairman Prayer said you can kill a revolutionary, but you cannot kill a revolution, y'all. That's power to the peace out of the state.
Yes, indeedy. So that is something that we got going on.
Wow. And just to think that he's the same age as I am now. So this was happening at the same time we're both in the womb. This is deep. It's deep. Yeah.
So just please share, like, follow. Again, that link as well is in my page somewhere. So if you do know somebody, again, I'm helping with the grants for the documentary. They got their team, but they are looking for a line producer. So I told them I would put that word out there. They told me to please share that trailer as much as possible. So y'all will see it damn near every day here until
almost every day.
it's done. So that's how we do. Another thing we have have coming up is we have a new show coming up with your girl, N.F. Givens, called The Great Debate. Y'all, the great debate. So actually, I'm gonna let her tell you if you haven't seen it already. I'm gonna share my screen again.
Yes, come on, NF.
N.F. Givens coming at ya.
Nakaya.
Yeah, boy.
Oh my gosh, O.M.A. Do you know how much I love you? Do you know how much we love you? We just thank you for being so awesome. We thank you for waking up every morning and just being you. And you know what? O.M.A. is coming up with a new show called The Great Debate. And yes, it is going to be fantastic. You are going to be at your screens like, oh my gosh, what is going on? I am learning so much in so many ways. That's exactly what we want. That's exactly what you want. We want you to do, obviously. But here's the thing. We need participants. We right now, we want to do a show. And the first episode, the very first episode that we want to do is pro-vaccinations versus anti-vaccinations. Is vaccinations, in fact, a good thing, a great thing for the Black and brown and all communities of color in between? We want to have this conversation. It's time. Some of us are getting vaccinated, some of us are not. Why not, and why are we? Let's all come together. Let's all figure this out. But we got to find people. We got to have people. So, O.M.A., I am asking you, actually, no, I'm begging, pleading, everybody right now, all those who are experts, all my conspiracy theorists, all of my scientists, all my public health officials, I want you all to come together because we are going to sit at a virtual table, rather, and we're going to have an honest, healthy, factual discussion. So when we say we're looking for people, of course, we're looking for people that know what they're talking about. Okay. So you don't have to have a degree. And certainly you don't have to have the most of the most to know, but you need to have, let's just say, an authority. Okay. You need to know what you're talking about in order if you're going to defend or put something down. We need you, by all means, as O.M.A., need to know what you are talking about. Yeah. If you want to be a part of the show, or if you're going to send somebody our way. So in the meantime, everybody, like I said, I need everybody. Now it is time. We are trying to get more to your channels. We're trying to get to your screens and all that good stuff. And we need participants. So contact me. My information is below, or contact Tina. Her information will be below. And let us know. It's time for a conversation. We get it. We get it. And we get it. Now it's time to bring it. See y'all soon.
Yes.
Bring it, y'all. Bring it.
We get it.
We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready. So we have plenty of people who are pro, and y'all hear me every day on the, anti-vax. So I will not be one of the debate people. I mean, unless I really have to be, because I'll be more than happy to give. Yeah. I'd be more than happy to be the lonely one out there. But if you feel like me, actually, I can't say that. I do have people who are anti-vax. But if I can get some more melanated people who understand on that part, that's what the show, I know plenty of people. I'm from New Hampshire, and even those that aren't from New Hampshire who will be happy to speak. But I know we're trying to hear from people that look like us. So that's the platform. That's the platform. Just saying.
And especially for people like me who can't take the vaccine because of underlying health issues. So what are we supposed to do? We can't take the vaccine, even though I wouldn't if they were offering. But what are we supposed to do? I mean, for those who have underlying health issues, are you just open game? And, are you expendable? It doesn't matter about us. What?
I don't know. I'm going to reach out to the frontline doctors, see if we can have one of them come on board and talk. But I did invite some respectful souls that I respect who have taken the vaccine, who are pro-vaccine. So I will definitely invite them. I'm glad that they're willing to come and share their voice. And I respect their, points of view and perspectives regardless. So I am more than happy to bring those perspectives to the table either way. But y'all know which way I'm going to go and stay my ass in house and keep my mask on. Keep my mask on, that part, until they figure this out, all these strands, all these things, all that jazz. We good over here in the Rose and Duft house. But another thing I wanted to just say, share with y'all. What else we got going on? Oh, don't forget tonight we got y'all's favorite lady.
Yes.
Mrs. G is coming to debunk your history.
Yes.
What? Oh, and guys, we're reworking, restructuring some things in O.M.A. So we'll be happy. We're gonna Tuesday's gonna be switching up just a little bit. We're still gonna make sure that we provide the grant information, that we're helping people that way. But we found a little bit more way that's a little bit more time, saving us time and resources. So we're gonna still give you guys that information, but it'll be more in like a downloaded form. That way you can learn at your own pace and when you can. But in replace of some of that day where it was that grant class all the time, we want to make sure that we have either inviting people on to come talk about their foundations and how people can get grants from them, or maybe it will be like a book club kind of thing, because there is kind of books and other things that I feel like we could bring on board, get some knowledge, bring people in. Like even like the books that I'm reading right now, we could do a whole little book club, books that are by us, for us, about us. Yeah, you feel me? So these are just some ideas, more services that we want to put out there. I'm always going to be here to help people with their grant funding needs. But baby, we got our hands full, so we got to switch it up a little bit, make things a little bit easier for us on this end, because that's what happens when you are scaling a business. You gotta be able to pivot, and flow.
Because we're finding out too that a lot of people are interested in grants, but we're not just quite ready to receive the grant. So it's almost like you're learning trigonometry when you're still working on algebra. You know what I'm saying?
That part. So we want to help people on all levels, because we realized before Clubhouse, we had the trickle, like a few people who was like, okay, I need help with grants, and I could help those people at the same time, branding their business. But now I'm like overloaded with everybody that needs help with grants, but also needs help with branding their business.
Branding, itching, and logos, and all of that. So
we got to hire people. We got to bring some money in. We are happy to say we have people who are willing to grant us some more funding, but we got to make sure that we're structured and in the right place, and that we hire the right people, because baby, if I can't do it all, I got to make sure that I'm hiring the right people who can still help y'all, and that we have that right support in our house. Miss Yolanda has the right support. I have the right support. Everybody in our foundation has the right support and right resources. So that's where we are. So if you don't see us on here every day, it's because mama's cleaning house, y'all. And sometimes the only one who can clean house the way mama needs it is mama. So, sometimes we on, sometimes we off, but just know whatever we're doing it so we can better serve our people the best way we know how. Because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that our people are set up so they're able to create this generational wealth that we know we already have. We just have to keep inside our communities. We want to be able to create our own schools, making sure that we own the stores in our neighborhood, the businesses that we should now just be creating at home. You can now work from home, have your time, have your family time, have your you time. So we definitely want to be able to lead by example. We don't want to be over here with a messy house trying to teach people how to clean their house. That don't even make no damn sense.
That part.
We can't be hoarders over here and trying to tell people how to be organizers over there. So sometimes you just got to take time to clean. It's okay, because sometimes those messes can make you be a whole type of headache. But then you have children like Cameron who are all the way disrespectful, and you'll clean, and those little Tasmanian devils are going to come right behind you, messing up some stuff with their disrespectful selves. Now, I know somebody on my Facebook, they don't understand Cameron and our relationship, and they got a little hurt that I called him disrespectful. Ouch. It's a loving way that I say it. I know people get a little butt hurt sometimes about posts, but y'all got to know, my son, with a loving way, he's disrespectful. But it's because he has a freedom that probably most kids don't have, a freedom that I didn't have when I was a kid. Because that type of stuff will get you a little tap, tap, tap. tap.
Right.
Okay, most parents are not gonna let you rub your booty on their like neck and face. And Cameron does disrespectful stuff like that, not wanting to wear a diaper. So when I tell you he's disrespectful, that's some disrespectful stuff. You wouldn't let grown people do half of the stuff Cameron be doing in my house, drawing on walls, making messes, just disrespect, peeing on stuff, baby. That's my baby, but I love him. Yeah, that's Miss Yolanda baby too. You can't tell her nothing. You can't let her Cam do whatever. But that's my baby. I love him and all the disrespectful stuff that we allow him to do. But he'll grow out of it. He's 2.5.
He's 2.
So.
No, he's, as they would say, they call it the terrible twos.
He's all that.
I don't call it terrible twos. I mean, it's impossible to be terrible at 2. At 2, I mean, you're only 24 months. That's it. So you're not. I don't call it terrible, but I do call it Tasmanian, like, you know.
Yeah, that Tasmanian devil. Cameron got it down. When I say I be cleaning up, he literally does. What's that card 70? What's that pickup game when you throw the cards up in the air? 52 card pickup or something like that. Yeah. He does disrespectful like that every day. Like he'll go to the bookshelf, just knocking stuff down, like. And I just sit back like, okay, you just disrespectful because you literally just watch me clean. The only thing he's scared of is the vacuum.
Oh man,
he don't like the vacuum. He runs.
I see a young Cam rising up to be a mighty warrior. You know, just going through knocking down just systematic systems. Just
yes, do that. I know that part because that's what I am. I know I'm a what. I'm the Tasmanian devil of politics. That's what I want to be. Knocking them down. Systematic racism, killing it. What? But I know that's still going to take time. And I know I'm probably disrespectful in my own way. I know some of y'all are like, I know that y'all be said Miss Yolanda's so funny because y'all know my posts and my pictures. And everybody, and I'll be talking about Cameron don't like wearing no clothes. And they be getting back at me because y'all be seeing half of my posts like, girl, you don't like wearing clothes either. Which is true, but it's cold outside. So I got sweaters on for day. I do not play in the wintertime. So Texas, I'm sorry. Cuz I see you got my sweater on, cuz I ain't gonna call you out, but I see you got my sweater on, cuz you said you gonna mail that back, man. But I see it's keeping you warm in Texas. I'm just saying.
Way, like with Queen Vicky, you know, she all bisexual too. And so her grandson will come in the house, and when he come in the house, he's automatically.
Well, what happened to your volume? That's the devil.
You know, people call me when I'm on live. They just why Walgreens
like, what you doing? Well, clearly you ain't watching me. You know that I'm doing that much.
Do you not know? But you know that was Walgreens. What you calling me for? I just picked up my medicine. Why are you calling me anyway? That they need to find out who this woman is that's using my points from Walgreens. That's what they need to be finding out.
So using your Walgreens points, not your Walgreens points.
I'm like, wait a minute. Are you Miss Johnson? No, my last name has never ever been Johnson. There's been a couple of names, but Johnson is not one.
No, Johnson and Johnson ain't know what part of me. That's not me. Wrong one. I want my points back.
Lord only knows.
That Lord only knows. Moving on to Lord only knows, y'all. We're gonna wrap this up. We are well over our little 30 minutes of joy that we wanted.
We didn't come on yesterday. We wasn't here yesterday, so we'll have to make up an extra 15 minutes for not being here.
A little extra. We got y'all. But we wanted to close out, celebrate, because you know your girl over here does so much black magic. I even makes music. So we're gonna share music with y'all. I'm gonna share one of my videos from We Are the Dream. The musical is coming back. We are working on it. We're about to ask for some funding for it. So here's one of the songs from We Are the Dream. We hope you guys enjoy. I love y'all. Keep your heads up. It's Wednesday. I don't know that. Lord only know. You said that was right on time. You're like, Lord only knows. So like, share, and follow, guys. Enjoy the video. Yeah. Let me make sure I share the audio with you.
to the back. You there? Are you deaf? Sheriff is on his way. This oven at black, I think she ain't gotta listen. Guess what? She will today.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. So won't last all night. So we'll see this joy in the morning light. Oh, I've been changed. Oh, I've been changed. Oh, I've been changed. The angels in heaven done sign my name. Oh, I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. The angels in heaven done sign my name.
Wow. 2018. Yes, it needs to come back.
Checkers game where grandson
Oh, let me
and
stop
granddad
that,
will bond.
baby. We don't need no more sounds. Yes. We Are the Dream. It's coming back. It's coming back. It's coming back. Remix. But that's what we got going on for y'all. So I know we shared a lot with you today. We had a couple of videos. Clearly, if you guys have videos or projects that you want O.M.A to share and support, we do that here. We can do that for you. So any melanated people, if you have little commercials for your little projects, your businesses, holla at your girls. Anybody that gets the O.M.A newsletter, there were some surveys and things in there, so check that out. If you haven't opened your newsletter, open it up, check it out, answer some questions, be involved. Yeah, we're here. We're gonna, try to check back in with you sooner than later. We're not gonna promise no dates or times because as Black people, we don't want to be tied into all that. Okay,
Open it up.
Okay, we running on our own time. Screw that. You ain't holding me to CP time, baby, because I'm making my own schedule here. When we show up, we on time. And anybody who's able to see us, y'all, thank you. Thank you for your support.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Continue to shine. We are here to help you, uplift you. Thank you. I see we have some people willing to participate in our debate. So yes, King, we will take you and anybody else. We want 3 people on both sides of the panel, those who are for the vaccine and those who are like, hell no, they can take that. And you know what they can do. So y'all, we love you. I'm gonna get back to work because there's people who need money out here in these streets. So I want to make sure that they have access to that and do what I do. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful day. Hey, Miss Yolanda, you got anything else to say before we go? Love y'all. Bye. It's the O.M.A.
Hey.